Everyone in relationships right now is LARPing. Now, for those of you who don't know what LARPing means, it means live action role playing, and it's been a word that's been around for a while, but it's only just picked right back up. I don't know why, but it's trending now, and it's something that a lot of people say nowadays. But anyway, coming back to my original point, everyone in a relationship is LARPing. Now, what do I mean when I say this? I feel like relationships nowadays are purely just based off of vibes. And I used to be guilty of getting into relationships or even situationships purely based off vibes. But the problem is when you do this, the relationship has no real foundation. And I see so many guys getting into a relationship with no real foundation. I think nowadays people don't see the long game. They don't see themselves in a long-term relationship. They don't see themselves going till the very end. Marriage. That's what I mean by that, marriage. A lot of people will hear that word and they'll get scared, but I think that, of course, going on to a relationship just purely based off vibes is acceptable for your teenage years. In your teenage years, you're very much living, you're very much learning, and mistakes are widely accepted, mainly in your teenage years. But as you turn adult, as you continue down your path of being an adult, these things slowly start to become unacceptable. And I think you'll end up blaming yourself long term for not being serious about things sooner. I think it was around about 16, 17 is when I started actually speaking to girls and actually started being successful in relationships or situationships, whatever you want to call them. I don't think I actually had a serious relationship, but mainly situationships. But anyway, each and every single time a girl gave me attention and I was somewhat attracted to her, or I was deeply attracted to her, I would tell myself, this is great. She's attracted to me, she gives me attention, and she actually texts me back kind of quickly. Those three things were enough for me. Never mind the red flags, never mind the standards that I had set for myself. Just having those three things, it was enough. It was honestly enough. I didn't need anything else. And the problem is, I've seen this happen to both myself and people around me, and still, I stayed stubborn in my ways. I entertained people that weren't right for me. And this will be a problem that a lot of you are going through right now. The moment you get an ounce of attention, your standards are out of the window. So you end up tolerating things you otherwise wouldn't tolerate. All because you crave that attention. And that's where the LARPing starts, because you start acting as if this was something super meaningful and that you belong here. But you know you don't. You know that you settled. You know that you're compromising on things that you swore you'd never compromise on, and you're ignoring all of the red flags. And social media doesn't make this any better for you either. Because nowadays, everyone's just comparing their relationship to clips that they see online. You start hearing their opinions on what a man should be, what a woman should be, what a woman should do for their man, vice versa. You hear all of this stuff and it influences either your partner's mind or of course your mind, and you both start thinking differently about your relationship and who and what you are when you're with each other. And then you start hearing her single friends' opinions on your relationship as if they were ever experts. And I've seen it happen to other people. It hasn't happened to me personally, but I've seen it happen to other people where everyone talks about their relationship and suddenly the relationship ends. All because of outside opinions. I want to backtrack slightly on what I just said. I don't think it's a sudden process. I think it's a gradual process. The ship won't necessarily be on fire straight away because of the outside opinions, but it will definitely leave holes in the ship that you're both on. And those holes can be filled with an ounce of commitment. In fact, I'll just say commitment full stop. But nobody really wants to commit anymore. Everything's a short-term fling. Everyone thinks about now, the honeymoon period, but nobody really thinks to what a future could look like with this person long-term. It's never about that. So having said all of that, this is why most relationships feel fake now. There's nothing emotionally, there's nothing structurally, it's just feelings. And of course, feelings are initially what gets your foot in the door, right? But structure is what gets you all the way through the door. It's what you fall back on when things go south, and Today's generation, we don't have any of that. Vibes, attention, and validation. These three things in the moment, they feel amazing. They feel amazing. They're good. They're feelings, but feelings, once again, they're fleeting. They can change pretty fast, and that's the problem with LARPing, right? You will think that you found something great without actually committing to it and mistaking it with something meaningful. Then you come to learn that you never really had a foundation at all. I think people will come to learn that playing the role of girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, it sounds nice on the ears, very easy on the ears, but they'll come to learn that it's not as sweet as they've made it out to be. For a lot of people anyway. There's a whole performance going on, and when people realize that there's nothing in the center of their relationship, whether that's God, whether that's core values and foundations, even just alignments, they'll realize that, yeah, it's not all that's cracked out to be. I think that you can only play a role for so long until cracks eventually start showing. So save your time, save your energy, and most importantly, save your peace. It's not worth it when it comes to LARPing, especially when it comes to LARPing in relationships. Please do that for yourself. You owe that for yourself. If you're going to pursue something and it's going to be a relationship, please make sure you're intentional. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, share it to a friend or family member who you think may need to see and hear this video. If you guys want to join a community full of like-minded people on the path of self-development, Kaizen, then I'll leave a link down below in the description, as well as the comment section. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, and God bless.